This is Blade Method Mindset, episode 22, with Corey Allen and me, Chris Trainer. Hello, Corey.
Hello, Chris.
All right, well, we got a couple weeks of the Open in our back pocket.
Under the belt.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, recap, and we got some other good stuff to get to. And, you know, as far as the Open goes, we've had an incredible turnout with CrossFit Blade and CrossFit Blade North. In our community, you know, we had over 260 plus athletes signed up between both gyms, which is just awesome. And it's been a lot of fun. So starting at 19.1, when the release came out.
Wasn't quite the normal release.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I mean, I think everyone saw, I think the hype was going into it, like not really knowing what to expect because, you know, posts were out that, you know, it wasn't going to be Dave Castro doing it. And for a while there, they weren't going to have any sort of release. And then they said they were going to do a live release, and kind of not knowing what it was definitely didn't live up to the normal hype of, at least from CrossFit, that we're used to.
Yeah.
You know, just wasn't quite the same as far as the viewing party goes from that end of it.
And that stems from, you know, the email that CrossFit put out. So just to update everybody on what's happening, in the firings that happened at HQ, CrossFit put out an email, which was about 6 months too late, you know, and out to affiliate owners. And basically CrossFit's stance is they just don't want to be a media company. And they want to, in the email, essentially give other third-party outlets a chance to cover the sport and make a profit and build their own companies, just like any other major sport out there has.
Other people do it.
Other people cover their sport. Obviously, today there's the NFL Network and the MLB Network, but for most sports out there, they're covered by third parties. Right. And that's essentially CrossFit's stance. They're going to do what they're good at, which is educating people on human movement through their certifications and their specialty courses, and build in having CrossFit affiliates around the world. And as far as the media stance, they're just not able to do that and keep, I don't want to say profitable, but it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it has to.
And so they've just decided that that's not what they're going to do anymore. And so however frustrating that is for us as a community, because they did such a great job at it, and we love the people that were covering it, if that's the direction that they decided to go, then I think that's fine, because there are already people out there like Heber Cannon and the Buttery Bros.
Yeah, they're picking up wherever that left off, and Tommy Marquez and Sean Woodland kind of starting their own update show type deal to still keep coverage on the sport and help everyone else kind of witness and see what's going on with the sport, which is awesome. I think that it was just rushed, right? Like it could have. The communication was rushed, and it could have been a smoother transition. It kind of just seemed like this year it was just, we're not having regionals. We're kind of having an open. This is what's going to happen. Now everyone's fired, and here you go. So it kind of went quickly, and I think with time that it's going to go back to what it was as far as media goes that are covering those events.
Yeah, there will be, if you look at Strength and Depth in the UK, their broadcast.
They did a great job.
Yeah. It was awesome. And that's the thing, is this is a transition year. Hopefully, as the years come by, that the coverage will be bigger and better and more access. But sitting there and trying to watch the Open announcement in French.
Yeah. I think Fuji was like on her phone, like trying with her husband, I think, because he speaks French, and she was trying to like get the translations through. It was frustrating, especially from just what we're used to having Thursday nights, 100 people in the gym crowded around one tiny TV, playing loud, watching what it's going to be, and having the epic announcement and Dave Castro kind of unveiling what we're about to get into, and then hitting the workouts. Like that part was hard for the first time, you know. Yeah. And I think last Tuesday when 19.2, it made it easier, obviously, because we can kind of understand what the people were saying this time. But just the letdown already kind of happened, and then it was just like, okay, this is what it's going to be now, and we're still going to do what we do.
Exactly. So what people might not ever think about this, but those Open announcements cost a lot of money.
It had to have. Yeah.
For every media member's travel, they got their a week in advance. I mean, it was a huge production.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I mean, they weren't sitting there on an iPhone. Like it was a production. Like it was a high level media production that they were doing. Yeah. So those things obviously cost money.
And people this year aren't able to deliver that level of production, but in years to come,
I think they will.
That's the idea, that people will be able to. So that's kind of what's happening with that. And then the workout itself being released for 19.1. I think, we don't need to harp on the actual, we do.
Okay.
But yeah.
The workout. 19.1, 15-minute AMRAP, 12-minute AMRAP, 15 calorie
15-minute AMRAP.
15-minute AMRAP.
19 calories.
19 See, I can't
19 wall balls, 19 calorie row.
19 calorie row, 19 wall balls.
Yeah, it started with wall balls.
That's right.
Went to the
so
row.
It was 19 wall balls, 19 calorie row for 15 minutes. See, I don't remember it because it was so... Never mind.
Well, it was a simple workout, simple and effective. It was a good test for tall people.
For tall people,
yeah.
For people who can, big humans that can move the rower.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it was basically when you have the unbroken wall balls, it came down to how fast you could row, and there's little people out there that put up good scores.
Yeah.
But when Matt Frazier is 60th in the world.
Yeah.
He's 5'6". He's a big guy. I mean, he can row. He's strong. His quads are, the size of my waist. And so, but at the same time, most CrossFit workouts cater to most of the movements to smaller individuals. So I think the idea behind CrossFit, with all the confusion and everything that was happening, this is my guess, is that Castro decided to release that workout first, to get more signups, to encourage more people to sign up, because everyone could do it. If they would have 19.1 would have come out and it would have been, muscle ups and handstand walking.
Everyone, the people that already weren't signing up,
that were on the fence.
Yeah, exactly. So now everyone could have done that workout.
And we saw that there was actually a huge increase in signups after that workout was released.
Well,
but when, the people that are reaching top 10 in the world are now in this last workout, 2,000th, or several thousand placed down, I
don't know if it was a true test of, I don't think personally that it was a true test of capacity, because if you could have moved the exact same speed as everybody else. Like if you're just not big enough to move the rower that fast, you're just not big enough, humanly big enough to move the rower that fast. I mean, when you have people that have never, that eat Cheetos and are just big,
I don't know. The people that got the highest scores had capacity.
Yeah.
But I think it equates to, when you're super big, you can move the rower.
Yeah.
Just because of your levers. But when you're a smaller athlete, you can't just handstand walk and muscle up.
Right.
You have to have that skill set.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
This has been talked about by every media outlet around the world, so we don't need to harp on it too much. It is what it is. It was a week 1 test. You're either fit enough and strong enough to do it, or you're not. So for me personally, like I went as fast as I could on my transitions, unbroken on the wall balls, but I finished 1,500th in the world in the men 35 to 39. There's 40,000 men 35 to 39 signed up, and I was 1,500th in the world. Like, is that good? No, not in my eyes,
Right.
But it was the best I could do for being 5'7", 170 pounds. Like, if I squatted more and my legs were stronger, I could have rowed faster.
Right.
I don't have the strongest legs on the planet, so I couldn't row faster no matter what my levers are. So I have to take that and eat it, and that's where it was. And now I'm starting way behind on that open top 200.
Moving on up the board, though.
Yeah. I'm not making excuses. I should be. If I was stronger, I could have done better. I couldn't. I wasn't tired by any means after the first time I did it,
and that's just the way that one crumbled.
Yep.
But what didn't change at all was everyone that showed up like normal on a Thursday announcement. I mean, it was, the community for Blade was still there.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we'll talk about that. after we get into 19.2.
Repeat.
Repeat workout, semi-repeat workout.
Yeah,
and CrossFit never came out and said it was a repeat because they changed the 4-minute window, into an 8-minute window, which I think is really props on their part to give people that 8 minutes, a much better workout.
I remember, now that I think about that, I was like, well, it didn't really make a difference, but I remember people not being able to get out of the sat there and did 4 minutes. And
tons of people didn't get out of that 4-minute window.
I remember that now.
And now we have this huge production, a workout that requires a lot of setup, a lot of time to warm up for, and people are working out for 4 minutes on their Friday.
3, 2, 1, go. Try to get through, if you don't have strong toes to the bar, if you have 4 minutes to get through 25 toes to the bar and you're doing all singles from the beginning, big double kips, like just trying to get an RX workout in, you maybe touch your jump rope, maybe get it clean. And it's like, all right, well, thanks for coming.
And that's the thing is like, we know that the 4-minute workout window is an important window to train. You know, if you look at our Frans and our Isabels and our Graces, that's an important window, that fight or flight. But that's not the workout that people were doing. They were starting off on toes to bar, getting singles, you know, and they weren't training that way for that 4 minutes. So to go 8 minutes, I think it was a huge deal and a really good move on their part, even though it wasn't the exact same retest. And for us in the intramural open, that's kind of hard because people were PRing, but they didn't make it out of the 4 window the first time. So we had to kind of figure out what that meant to PR the workout.
But what it did show is the difference in 3 years of training. Like I think everybody, I would say almost everybody PR'd. Oh yeah. Everyone did better or felt better, or the workout was completely different this time around for sure. For myself, I know for Chris it felt completely different this time than it did in 2016, which was good.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I remember this workout in 2016. We were trying to get to regionals for that first year, and we needed to get through the 225 bar. And I remember doing this workout for like the second or third time, and even from the beginning, it didn't really matter. So you did it
Thursday night.
We did it Thursday night, and we all were stupid.
Did you get to the 225 Thursday night?
Yeah, barely. Yeah. I barely made it out of that first window because we were all dumb. Like we went I think I did 20 toes to bar. I could barely do toes to bar. I did 20 toes to bar unbroken, and I think I touch and go to a couple 135s. Like we had no game plan like usual. You went unbroken on the toes to bar, right? Mm-hmm. And then we all crashed and burned. We all made it into.
I got 6 cleans at 225.
Yeah, I think I do remember. I hit a double. I ran and hit a double in like 14 seconds, and that was it at 225. So that was our window there. And then we redid it, and
Claire had no game plan either. Well, yeah, on Thursday night,
a freak of nature,
and she was 2 reps from finishing
because that barbell wasn't heavy for her until the very end.
Yeah,
she destroyed it Thursday night. But even her, like when she went and did it, she did that first. I remember we were watching her video recently. She did that first round of 20 toes to bar, and then the second round, I was like, I don't think that she held big sets like that. And then she goes back to the second round of toes to bar. It was like 5s, 3s, 2s. Like it went down. But I just remember getting into this workout, and when I got to the 225 bar, I was in it was like fighting for my life to get every clean. Like I was dead. I couldn't breathe. I was barely making the cleans that I did make, and I couldn't get through the 225s. I think I got like 6 or 7 cleans.
So we did it Thursday and Saturday.
Thursday I was in Mesa
Sunday,
coaching.
Sunday.
No, Saturday. Thursday night I was in Mesa coaching. Saturday, and Chris calls me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I just got done coaching." He goes, "Cool. Drive the blade. You got to do the workout again." So then I drove and did it on Saturday. I didn't do it. Then I did it again on Monday. Also could not do it. So
couldn't make it to the 225.
Couldn't make it through the 225. We
needed those extra reps.
Yeah.
We needed at least one guy to get those extra reps. And so it was like, JP, you're up.
Yes.
JP didn't do it. Steve, you're up.
We gave Steve the game. Like Steve had the heavy. Like Steve was the only one of us that could clean over 300. Like he was the strong man. We're like, Steve, you're gonna do all singles. You're gonna get through. Like here's the plan, Steve. Hinsu
was close. He
like
was on
9,
pace.
Right? Yeah, couldn't get through it. I did it again. Couldn't get through it. I did singles on the toes to bar in the second round. I remember. Like I did the first round. Like we game planned that we were gonna do 5 toes to bar, and then I got done with the 135s, and then was doing singles right away in the second round. I was like, I'm never gonna get through this workout.
Yep. And
then Chris had to do it 6 times, and then
I did it for the 3rd time at 2 o'clock on Monday.
Yeah,
and made it out of the 225 by 3 seconds. and then sat down for a minute.
Sat down for a minute. But I remember watching you do it, and every rep of that it was a 1 rep max every rep. Like that's what it looked like. It
was a fight for my life.
Yeah, every single rep.
I don't think I've ever gone to a place that dark
in a workout
as I did in that workout.
And even the one, like it was like 185s were a fight. Like getting out of those barbells, all of them looked heavy. Like it was all a struggle. And then I remember they announced it, and I was like, all right, well, like, I'm stronger, I'm fitter, like, but I was still super nervous to do the workout. But Chris did it first this year, and it was a completely different workout, even for the cleans. Like, the 225s, you worked through those, and, like, once you hit your first clean at 225, I was like, oh, he'll get through it again for sure. Like, there was no question.
Yeah.
You know,
completely different.
You felt better,
extremely
right? Like,
fitter. You know, like, I mean, it was... Got through the 225 with 20 seconds left to spare,
but comfortable,
and then
went over and did your toes to bar,
even with the bumped hip. Like every rep from halfway through the 185. I got a piriformis issue going on that it felt like a hot poker from 185 on every rep, and even with that, it was completely different. So extremely happy about that.
I remember you got done and you almost got one at 275. But you were fine after. Like
I wanted that 275, but I didn't want it because I knew how bad it was going to hurt if I caught it and had to stand it up. And so it just wasn't worth it in my eyes with Masters Nationals coming up. And even though if I would have hit that, I'd have moved up another few hundred spots. Yeah. But I got a few more weeks to do that. So
yeah, you got some time.
Still moved up 1,000 places after this workout in one workout. So. But
I remember you got done and you looked at me, you go, you're going to be fine. Like it's a completely different workout. You're going to be fine. And Gage and I went and did the workout Friday night, and the entire workout felt good, like under control. I wasn't dying. I held my total bar. Still had to reel you back a little bit. You had to reel me back a little. You're like, all right, let's go.
No, when you were like, I'm going to do 10-8-7, I was like, Corey, just let's go 5s because you need to be able to breathe. And it worked, and it was smooth and steady. Got through the 225s, did what I wanted, got one at 275, close second miss, and it was good. It was exactly what I wanted it to be, so I was stoked with that. Yeah, that was awesome. Hitting that 275 was great.
Big, yeah, it was huge. I felt.
And then you look at everyone else in the world, and we're like, oh gosh.
And I was like, all right, because I remember like Ryan got like a few at 275. I was like, all right, like that's gonna be a pretty good score. And then everybody was finishing the workout. I was like, well, yeah, I got a lot fitter. All
the games athletes.
Yeah, all the games athletes. Every single person was putting up like 17, 18-minute scores, finishing the entire workout. I was like, I cannot imagine going fast enough by the 17-minute mark to be doing the 315 cleans. Yeah.
Well, our members were on fire as well.
Oh yeah,
like so many awesome moments that week. Like the just scaled finishers of the workout. We had no one finish the scaled in 2016, and I think we had 6 or 7 people finish the scaled.
Oh no, Jeffrey didn't get through it in 16, right?
He was 1 rep short.
1 rep short, yeah. He he was touch and going Thursday night.
And I had 3 guys on my team finish the scale. And Greg Egley, unfortunately, he wasn't signed up at North, but he finished it in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, he was cruising. Bunch of females worked their way through and finished it. This workout is one of my favorite open workouts to coach. Yeah. It is a blast
because people hit that clean.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and it's not like it doesn't have all the hype of like a 1 rep max clean like last year where there's like people are nervous about, like you just kind of are working your way into barbells, getting heavier, you don't really know what's on. Like it was awesome to coach all morning, all night. People were just hyped getting through it.
Yeah,
it was a blast. Awesome workout to coach for sure.
The workout takes people that would never attempt a weight like that in a workout and forces them to do it. And they did it, and it was awesome.
I know. Jack in 630. So Jack and Mikey were telling me a story of 2016 because Jack and I were talking about our toes to bar, and she was like, yeah, like they're getting better, Jacqueline. Blah, blah, blah. Jacqueline, yeah. Jacqueline goes, yeah, in 2016 in an open workout, I sat down and I cried in a workout, and your dad came over and was like, it's okay, like I've been there too. And she just goes, no, you haven't. She was like bawling her eyes out. And it was this workout in 2016 because she didn't get out of the 4 minutes and was just trying toes to bar. And she got a couple cleans and like she made it through the first round and she did great. So Mikey was like, this was the workout she was crying in. So
Mikey also came up to me and said, isn't this the workout that I walked in with my mom into the gym and you yelled at us?
Was that the third time you did it or the second? It must have been. It must have been the third time because it was a Monday, right? Yeah. People show up. In case you don't know, if you ever come to the gym in the open, not as much now as before, but if you ever come to CrossFit Blade, Claire's calling. If you ever come to CrossFit Blade during an open workout, especially on a Monday, a repeat day, if the doors are shut, just don't walk into the gym because chances are Chris is probably repeating the workout, and if you walk into the line of sight, you're gonna get the hand and a like you're not gonna really know what he's saying, so you might stay a little longer.
Not
and be like,
anymore.
Be like, "What's up? What are you trying to say?"
No, I'm not like that.
Not anymore. But that's because there's nothing to qualify for.
Unless it's week 5 and I'm fighting to get back in that top 200.
Yeah, then doors shut. Stay out of the way.
Yeah, just don't stand in my line of sight.
Yeah,
or scream.
Yeah, don't yell loud. I know. Who gyms there? You're like, all right, this is what needs to happen. Don't scream loud at me. Just count. Nancy's like, I did good, huh? I did good.
I went up to Nancy before the workout and I was like, Nancy, and her and Gaina. I knew Gaina would be okay because she knows, but like Nancy's a cheerer and it's just awesome. But I was like, hey, I know you love and support me. I love and support you. Just don't cheer for me during the workout. I know. You can say good job, but I know exactly what I'm doing and when I need to go. And
anything else is just going to be noise.
Yeah.
So that's the first 2 weeks. Two weeks of the open under the belt in the books. And
one thing was Thursday night was awesome both times, but Sunday this past week was awesome again. The first week, not a lot of people redid it, and it was kind of low, but this past Sunday it was awesome. So
that was a hard one. It's like, are you just gonna sit on the rower again? Like everyone wanted to redo this one because everyone wanted to get like that one more clean or get out of that round. So it was hyped in there on Sunday.
All right, well, let's recap where our masters are at, man. We got some fit masters.
We got old lawnmower.
Yeah, and he's like, don't talk about it probably because he doesn't want to look.
But he doesn't want to look. He's not looking at the leaderboard.
The thing, because he's doing one and done.
Yeah.
The thing, it's all about the online qualifier because this year, as in years past, your open score was your first score in the online qualifier, which is no longer the case.
I know.
And a month ago when that was released, we were kind of bummed because Lon was, feeling good, but he kind of tweaked his back a little bit and then he got super sick.
Yeah.
So the first open workout, he was like I am right now, just super sick and still did well.
And so funny story about that. I forgot that was the rule. And so my dad, Julie and I were out of town and my dad texted me because he did it Saturday and we were already out of town and he told me his score and it was a good score, but I knew he could get more. I knew he could get 300 reps if he wanted to. And I was like, all right, well, we'll do it on Monday. He was like, I'm not redoing it. And I was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, what are you talking about? You don't think you can get 300? I was writing out this paragraph and he was like, I'm not redoing it. That's it. I'm good with it. We're going on. And I was about to call him. I was so mad. I was like, you're 50 years old. This is your year to go to the games and you're not going to redo it to get that spot. And then I thought about it and I was like, he doesn't need, all he has to do is be top 200 and then they wipe the board. So I saved myself from yelling and screaming at him. But he called me the next day and he was like, why were you so adamant about me redoing that workout? I was like, I forgot that you didn't need to be, you didn't count for your open score. So I was about to scream at him, but
so he's just doing one and done. In 19.2 he PR'd and did great, but he was
sick,
coughing on toes to bar.
In the middle of his backswing on toes to bar, I can hear and then he got done with the workout and I thought he was gonna need to get carried off in a stretcher. He was like, bring me my towel, and he was laying on the ground just coughing a lung up.
That's gonna be fun. A lot of people have been sick.
A lot, yep. There's been a lot of sickness and coming to the gym. Stay out of the gym.
I've finally contracted it.
Yeah, Chris got it. This morning I walked into the gym and I looked at Chris. I go, ooh, how you feeling? He goes, just shakes his head. It's like, not good. I was like, oh man. Yeah. Because Claire's been sick. He goes, you got me sick. I said, you live with Claire who's been sick for 5 days and I got you sick. Oh man. Yeah, you shared a fork with Claire.
Yeah.
Sprayed a water faucet in your mouth for a minute. But more masters. So
Lon's in 34th. Gaina is killing it.
Oh yeah, where's she sitting?
She did great after the first workout. I can't remember where she was after that workout, but she had an epic performance yesterday.
Yeah, Wayne told me all about it.
You know, had a lackluster performance on the first one, but came out and just went ham and did exactly what she was supposed to do, stick to the game plan, and then got one clean at the 175. And
at the very end, like, didn't she sit down after the toes bar?
Oh, she was sitting down a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of prodding to get her to keep her get going, but yeah, she hit it at the buzzer.
Nice.
Stood it up,
and that's
had
huge
one
for
attempt
her.
at it. Yeah, so she's sitting 17th in the world right now, which is cray.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nancy's just outside the top 200 in 229. That's her
Some
fight
ground to
at
move
the
up,
50
yep.
and over ladies, and then Bev is sitting 44th in the world at 60 plus.
Oh yeah, Bev.
And then like JP's still in the running at 40 to 44. He's 339. Tara's up there in women 35, 39 at 384. So
we got some masters.
yeah.
Might be making some.
Hopefully we have like 5 masters in the top 200, which would be awesome because they all train together all the time.
They could all do
they're
it together.
super diligent about it, you know, and we have an awesome masters crew, and it's really cool to see their hard work paying off.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see all of them doing the qualifiers together and making a run for it. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
I got a fight still ahead of me. I'm like 595th place.
Well, you know, the muscle ups are coming, so that workout will, hopefully, I'm thinking like this week will be the dumbbell muscle up, some sort of like walking or handstand walking or lunging.
Hopefully it's handstand walking and not regular walking.
Or lunging. I meant like moving your body in a direction. Usually week 3 has been like the lunge week or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the dumbbells.
Hopefully a high skill.
Yeah.
Give me some skills.
Hopefully not dumbbell power cleans. I just hate them so much.
Yeah. Or dumbbell box step overs.
I definitely don't want to do those.
Yeah.
If it's that, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Especially because we've been doing them at 24 inches.
No, we've been doing them at 20.
Or at 20, yeah, at 20 and not 24
It could be 24 inches. Yeah.
That would be so bad.
Well, we're doing them again tomorrow because I think that could possibly be a new movement that comes out because it's been in the Invitational, it's been in the games, it's been in regionals. So
I remember watching Claire do that workout last year and just being like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That looks awful.
at regionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a high box, remember?
She got 5th.
Yeah, she crushed that workout.
All right. Well, that's the recaps on the Open. It's going strong. It's awesome. We're super proud of everyone. We just want to keep it going. Thursday nights, Sundays, obviously Fridays all day are a lot of fun. And if you're not part of the Blade community, I know this is a lot about Blade, but, you know, everyone hopefully is experiencing the same thing wherever they're working out and doing the Open, and they're having a great time with it. And if you're not, make your way to Blade.
Yeah, because it should be.
Come throw down with us.
You know, it doesn't have to be through CrossFit through CrossFit as a company that makes you do the Open. Like your affiliate, that should be what the affiliate does for you is help.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's something that obviously you, Claire, and Tara do a very good job at is still making what even. It was like they announced there were no regionals. We had a pity party for 10 minutes and it was like, okay, that doesn't matter because we're still doing the Open. Like Blade is still going to be in the Open and all of our members are still going to do it and we're still going to make a big deal about it. Like there was never a question of, all right, well, maybe we won't do it this year. Or it was like, no.
Well, the ownership group met.
Yeah.
And we said, you know, and that was the thing. How do we approach this? With 2 Opens in the year, what's going on? And it was a consensus right away that we're going to have the Open. We're going to do the intramural, and we're going to make it the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
Hands down. And that's why we wanted to lead from the front and do that, you know, and it's coming out and it's happening. So we're super excited and happy about that. Yeah.
Definitely.
And then we got, you know, some members that don't love the barbell.
Yeah, you had a post. You had a post the other day about Andrew Big Tall. A lot of you who don't know, if you don't come to Thursday night 6 p.m. class, 6:30 class for Andrew Baker coming in, you won't see him usually unless he comes to events though. Like he's always at events and he's always at Thursday night class. Very rarely will you see him anywhere else other than that. Yeah. And sometimes he rides his bike to the gym on Saturdays or Sundays to talk, and then he'll ride his bike away from the gym. He doesn't ride his bike to the gym to work out. He rides his bike to the gym to hang out and talk to people, and then he rides his bike away.
Yeah.
But Andrew's been one of your clients since the beginning, right? Since before Blade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a Masters swimmer, and that's what he originally started training with me for, probably 9 years ago or so. And that's what we did. And, I made that post because I saw Andrew on Saturday cleaning the barbell, and he hadn't touched the barbell in well over a year, and it's just not something that he enjoys doing. But it brought a huge smile to my face because, and I wrote a little bit about it in the post, he's still here and he's still part of the community. And he had his boy Mark Andres, who they're buddies, and they're on the same team, and they do it all together. And he's still a huge part of the community, and it just brought the memory back of when I was training Andrew, and when we affiliated with Blade in February of 2012, I stopped selling personal training, and so I'd sold 6 months out of training, and I had to train all that training that I'd sold, and not take a paycheck. And Claire was still working at the blood lab, and so we were on a low single we just married under a year. We didn't have my paycheck coming in anymore, and Claire was working full time, and we were trying to start a gym. Yeah. And so I was training 12 hours a day for 6 months and not being paid because I'd been paid, and I was doing really well, but I was young, and I wasn't saving. I didn't have a ton of savings, and I'd sold my truck and done all this, and so now I finally find a space, and and we get the space and we get approved, and we're going through all the financials and the first and last month and the big deposit that we needed to put down because I didn't have any credibility. They wanted a substantial sum of money for me to get this space, and it was like, oh crap, what am I going to do? We've got this. We have this amount of money that we can give without not being able to pay our mortgage and live, and that's pretty much it. And I was talking to Andrew one day in the office, and I pretty much told him that, and hey, this is what I need. Can you help me out? I just asked for help because I wasn't going to be able to live out the dream and do it, and everything, all the work we'd done wasn't going to be it. And Andrew, he was like, I'll think about it. Yeah. How Andrew is. He's an engineer. He thinks everything through. And so I asked, and a couple of days later, he came into his training session with an envelope with the money, and it was a substantial amount of money. It wasn't a couple $100. It was a few $1,000s, and he gave it to me, and it was life changing. And I told him, you can train it with me forever. Like you got a lifetime membership with me. I'll start tearing up if I keep talking about it, but that's something that someone does for another human being, and who knows. I probably would have asked someone else. Yeah. I knew I wasn't going to ask my parents for money to start the gym. That was one thing that was like, I'm doing this, and I'm not going to ask for help. And, just because I want them to be proud. And so, that wasn't an option for me. And so I asked my friends. And so, but that, who knows what would have happened about Blade, these thousands of lives that are affected now with Blade and Blade North, without Andrew stepping up and doing that, man, that all went through my mind when I'm watching him do those squat cleans on Saturday. And it's like, man, that dude right there did that. And all of this is happening because of that generosity. And so obviously he's been with us for 6+ years now, and he's well recouped that initial investment. And so it's paid off for both parties. But just again, I want to thank him for that. And it's good to look back down on memory lane and see where it started and where we're at.
Yeah, he's the man. Always a smiling face when he comes in, does the workout, and then him and Mark hang out on a foam roller for about an hour after. So they must do the 5:30. That's right. They can do the 5:30 because they sit and foam roll and just hang out and talk. It's like their man time for an hour after class. So
which is
good
so
dudes.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Really good dudes.
Yeah. Well,
so
we don't need to talk about that anymore. So moving on, what do you got going on, Corey?
Not much.
You were sick.
I was sick. Too. Yep. I got
How's
back
that book coming? Are you done with that book?
No, I didn't read it when I was sick. I slept. I had what Julia liked to call a man cold. So, which is an actual cold. I want to be clear that I was sick. I had a fever and I was I was sick.
But you were dying?
Yeah, I was dying. Like I put myself in a NyQuil coma. I took a bunch of NyQuil and I had to sleep it off for 24 hours, and then I came back to work the next day. Luckily enough, got my morning classes covered, and then came in the afternoon and made my way through the bar. I was warming people up, and Chris goes, "Hey, just go sit over there. I'll do this. You sound kind of crappy." I was like, "Oh, thanks, man."
You can't bring it.
Yeah, you can't bring it. Go sit over there. But yeah, I was sick. Claire was sick. You're sick. Everybody. Pops was sick.
I think Tara's sick.
Tara's sick now. Like, it's going through the gym.
Yeah. So if you are sick, please
stay home.
Yeah. And I understand how that feels. Like, I started warming up with the 9 a.m. this morning, and Corey's like, "What are you doing? You can't work out." And like, nothing on the planet makes me happier than working out. Like, I want to train, and I have a better day if I train, even if I feel like crap. You know, I don't want anything on the planet to stop me from moving, even if it's this. And Corey's like, "You're gonna feel like crap, blah blah blah." Talked me out of doing the workout at 9 a.m. So
at least wait till you're done coaching this afternoon and then do the workout, because then if you feel like crap, you can come home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But
and that's the
home,
thing is, like, I have to coach. Like, I have to come to the gym.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to touch anything or people. And, you know, I know we just said stay home from the gym, but I got to go to the gym. So it is no option for me.
Yeah. But everybody else, if you feel like you need to do something, stay home, do some air squats and some burpees.
Yeah.
But don't come in sick and then keep spreading that around, because we do all touch the same. I know everyone wipes down barbells, and we do a very good job of keeping everything clean, but you don't forget what, like, once you're done with the workout and someone goes up to smack your hand, like, you're just going to touch their hand, you know? It's just, you touch everybody, you touch all the equipment, you're coughing already because you're out of breath, and then you're sick, and it's just germs getting everywhere.
Yeah.
So just stay home.
Yeah.
Don't bring the sickness into the gym. We'd all appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Heading out of town this weekend.
Yeah, you have Nationals, right? Rusk? Is Rusk the only? Yeah, he's the only one.
University Nationals,
right? Where's that?
Vegas.
Oh, okay. You guys driving or flying?
Flying. I'll be gone Thursday night and Friday night. I wanted to fly home Friday night after, but he doesn't get done lifting till like 6, and the flight's at 7, and then there was one more at 10:30. But then that gets you in at 1. Like, and I wanted to be able to sleep Friday in case I want to do the workout on Saturday. To have a chance at redoing it on Monday if I needed to.
Yeah.
So
when do you fly out Thursday?
Fly out Saturday morning early. Yeah. 8:30, I think.
Rust, planning to make some noise, universities?
Yeah. Win.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
There we go.
Yeah. So
is universities a smaller pool than
than juniors? No, it's not necessarily a smaller pool. They're both fairly small because of the qualifying, but it's easier to qualify for universities than it is juniors. Obviously, he qualified for both, but you have to be in school. Okay. But it's 25 and under, whereas juniors is 20 and under.
Okay.
So there's going to be some older, more developed athletes.
Yeah.
Even though the qualifying total is a little bit lower.
Okay.
Yeah. So
sweet.
Hopefully he can stay healthy, and
how's he? Is he feeling good? No sickness going over there.
Feeling good. Yeah, he's got the residuals. You know, his every once in a while from the broken neck he'll get some nerve pain and some stuff going on, and we're always working through that. But
the kid's training hard though right now. Like he's got a new outlook on training. Like he's getting after it, which is good. It's good to see.
Yeah, and he's staying on top of his weight and all that. So
yeah. This has been the closest he's ever been to weight going into a meet, huh? This last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we weighed on Saturday, and he was half kilo over. So
right where he wants to be.
Yeah,
awesome.
Sweet, man. Well, I want to challenge you, Corey, to finish that book by our next podcast.
That's in 6 days.
Yeah,
that's pretty fast. I'll do my best. Every time I open it, I'll tag you or.
Well, just read.
Read
a chapter a day. Make a commitment, people, to just read a chapter a day.
That's 6 chapters. That's not going to finish the book.
Well, Achievement Christmas. I got it for you for Christmas.
I know. Maybe I'll double it. Maybe I think if I can get 2 chapters a day, maybe I'll finish that off.
You know what I'm doing tonight?
Reading.
Starting book 9.
I know you're good at reading,
but it's not that I'm good at reading. It's just that I've made a commitment to read.
I know.
So I'm actually not good at reading. Like I'm a squirrel. Like I don't have a large attention span. So like I have to get in a dim lit situation and no distractions and be able to focus on reading. It's not like I can just go to a park with birds flying around and start reading.
Sit on the blanket and read.
Yeah. People are walking around. I'm like, what's that dude doing over there? What's he doing?
What's he doing over there?
Yeah. I won't be able to focus. So like,
I need to I'm going to start bringing it to the gym with me. That's where I can get a lot of reading done.
There you go.
Because I'm there more than I'm at home.
Yeah. Just figure out the situation that will allow that
to read. Got it. Yeah. Challenge accepted.
All right, 19.3 coming out in a couple of days, and I've got a really cool guest coming on that we're trying to work out his schedule and our schedule, and I'm not going to announce it yet, but he was an NFL football player and one of the best football players in Texas Longhorn history, and he is the man and a former client of mine. So hopefully you get him on as our next guest shortly, and looking forward to that. All right, guys, you can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, watch us on YouTube. Stevie's been our producer who makes our YouTube videos, was also on his deathbed because he's a man. Yeah. All last week, and has been fighting with his kids have been sick, and he's got really young kids and his work and everything. So just running a little bit behind on the YouTube, but hopefully be caught up soon. And we'll get those videos posted on there. All right, guys, really appreciate you listening. Email Corey at CrossFitBlade.com if you have any questions or comments or ideas. We'll talk to you soon.
See you later.